Hey friends, welcome back. I'm Julie, mom of two little boys, a realtor here in the Madison area, and someone who has lived the whole debate of do we want the bustling energy of Madison or the breathing room and quiet of Sun Prairie. If you're a young family or are relocating here, or maybe you're just ready for something that doesn't feel like a daily juggling act, this video is going to make things way easier for you. We're comparing Sun Prairie and Madison through a family lens, not a textbook one. So let's talk about what it actually feels like to live in both places. Let's start with the vibe, because honestly, that sets the tone for everything. Madison has this fun, energetic, and almost buzzy feel. There's always something going on: festivals, concerts, lake activities, amazing food, farmers markets. If you love being in the middle of all of the excitement, it's incredible. Sun Prairie is a calmer pace, slower in a good way. There's newer neighborhoods, quieter streets, a lot of structure and routine. You just feel like you can exhale a little deeper there. Think of Madison as adventure and Sun Prairie as stability. Neither is wrong, it just depends on where you are in your life. Now, as a mom, I always notice the parks first because toddlers don't care about restaurant ratings. They care about slides and puddles. Sun Prairie is full of parks, and they're newer, safer feeling, and super stroller friendly. If you've heard of Wetmore Park, that splash pad is a lifesaver in the summer. Orphan Park is great for littles, and Sheehan Park is huge if your kids need to run until they crash. It really feels like this community built itself around families. Madison also has amazing parks. Some iconic ones like Henry Vilas Zoo, Old Brick Botanical Gardens, and Tenney Park on the lake, but they're more spread out. If you live in Madison, you're driving a little more between activities. In Sun Prairie, almost everything is 5 minutes away. And that matters when you've got little children who operate on their own internal meltdown clock. And while we're on the theme of daily survival, let's talk childcare, because that is the real MVP of keeping families functioning. Sun Prairie has a ton of daycare options clustered together, most with really easy parking and quick pickup. A lot of parents tell me that they love the predictability here. Spots fill up fast, but there are plenty of choices. You've got La Petite, Bright Child Montessori, Prairie Kids Club, Big Apple, and lots of in-home providers. In Madison, you can find some absolutely incredible childcare programs. Montessori, bilingual preschools, nature-focused daycares, really unique stuff. But waitlists are longer, and you're often dealing with more traffic and trickier parking during pickup times. For parents juggling work, kids, and a commute, that difference gets noticeable fast. And speaking of the daily routine, this is where Sun Prairie quietly sneaks ahead for a lot of families. The Prairie Athletic Club, if you know, you know. It's massive, it's clean, it has pools, fitness classes, indoor play areas, and the best part, they have childcare while you work out. That is gold, pure gold. Because working out is one thing, working out with tiny humans climbing your legs is a luxury. Madison has fantastic gyms too. They have the Princeton Club, the YMCA, Orange Theory, Bar Studios, but not all of them offer on-site childcare. So if fitness plus children in the same building is part of your sanity plan, it is mine. Sun Prairie is a home run. All right, let's talk housing, because this is usually where the budget sigh happens. Madison has incredible neighborhoods, older homes with character, tree-lined streets, walkable pockets, a lot of bike trails, gorgeous lakefront areas, but you pay for the location, and you're often choosing between space and convenience. Sun Prairie usually gives families more house, more yard, more garage, more space for the gigantic plastic toys that we swear we won't buy but somehow always end up with. Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa. And then there's the daily flow, the commute, the errands, the routines that make or break your evenings. In Madison, you might have a shorter commute depending on where you work, but everything just takes a little longer. More lights, more traffic, more people. Sun Prairie is a breeze for day-to-day life. Target, quick. Costco, quick. Grocery store, quick. It just feels more manageable, especially during that witching hour when you're grabbing dinner ingredients with a toddler who's trying to climb out of the cart. Let's talk about schools, because this is where a lot of families get stuck. Both districts have strengths, but they offer very different kinds of strengths. Sun Prairie School District is big, modern, and growing. The buildings are newer, and everything feels structured and community-centered. And yes, Sun Prairie now has two high schools, Sun Prairie East and Sun Prairie West. East is the more established one. It has that traditional high school feel, strong community roots, and some great hands-on programs like culinary, certified nursing pathways, and trades. Academically, it tends to look a little stronger on paper simply because it's been around longer and things are more settled. West is a shiny new one. Absolutely beautiful building, very open, very modern, lots of natural light. It's still finding its rhythm academically, which is totally normal for a new school. But families love the state-of-the-art feel and the fresh start energy. Overall, the district has very involved parents and that we're in this together feeling. Madison's district is much bigger, and with that comes a lot of diversity and a lot of opportunities. There are incredible programs like arts, music, science, language immersion, you name it. The trade off is that every school has its own personality. Some Madison schools are standout amazing, others are more average, and some are working through the challenges you see in larger urban districts. So here's the parent to parent breakdown. Families who choose Sun Prairie are usually looking for newer buildings, a tighter community feel, strong parent involvement, and schools that feel calm, organized, and predictable. Families who choose Madison usually want diversity, specialized programs, arts and sciences, and the richness of a big district with big experiences. It really comes down to the environment you want your kids in every day. If you want structure and newer facilities, Sun Prairie checks a lot of boxes. If you value variety and that big district energy, Madison shines. So here's a quick version. Choose Sun Prairie if you're craving stability, space, predictability, easy parking, newer homes, tons of parks, and a community where it feels like half the residents also have goldfish crackers crushed into their car seats. Choose Madison if you love culture, restaurants, the lakes, events, and that lively city energy, and you don't mind a little chaos because you thrive in the excitement. Speaking mom to mom for a second, the city you live in really does shape your peace, your days, your rhythms. Madison is exciting and full of life. It's also a short drive from Sun Prairie, which is steady and easy to live in. Both are wonderful, but one might meet your family exactly where you're at right now. And if you're trying to figure out which one fits your family best, I have two things that might help. First, I put together a free Madison relocation guide. It covers neighborhoods, schools, commutes, parks, daycares, everything we talked about today, but in a way you can easily reference while you plan. And second, if you're already in the home shopping phase or you want an edge in this competitive market, you can sign up for my private coming soon and off market list. These are homes that aren't on Zillow yet, and families love having early access. Both links are below. And I would love to be the realtor who helps your family find not just a home, but a community where you truly feel rooted. If you would like my help or want to schedule a brief consultation, you can find the link to my calendar in the description below as well. All right, we'll see you in the next video.